This and the next review are reasons why I hate when episodes are aired out of order. It makes things more of a hassle for me. But anyway, that's not why I'm here. This is Mega Man NG, and we are back with another TMNT Season 1 episode review. Today we're going to be talking about Parasitica, and I will be explaining why I'm doing this in this manner, because if I didn't, some YouTube commenter will probably tell me that I'm reviewing episodes in the wrong order again. I'm not making any excuses. I have to make sure I do this, especially with Season 2, since Season 2, I've checked, and there have been many episodes aired out of order. This is going to be a mad doozy. Anyway, let's get started with our review. I'll provide a summary of this episode, as well as some of the things that I liked. And believe me, there was plenty to like in this one. Let's get started. The turtles are on the move to find another Kraang base, but when they arrive, the place is completely trashed. They soon have to deal with a mutated wasp, but during the battle, Leo gets stunned by it and starts to act really strange, to the point where it gets overprotective over an egg they discovered. This becomes a problem. They try to find a way to get him out of it, only to find that he is under the wasp's influence. With the egg being a threat, can Raph and the others be able to save his brother before he ends up consumed by its influence? Or rather, all of them? As I already mentioned earlier, this and the next episode were pretty much aired out of order. If you don't believe me, look up these episodes in the TMNT wiki, and you'll see why. This is truthfully episode 22, according to the season code, despite saying that it's episode 23. In other words, aired out of order. It won't be the last time that this happens, trust me. This episode is all TMNT. April and Splinter don't make an appearance in this episode, but all four turtles do, and in some ways, it's like a horror movie. The big focus is a mutagenic wasp that stings Leo, causing him to act differently. Eventually, we soon learn why, as he ends up getting brainwashed, turning into some kind of parasitic zombie. You can obviously tell that it's a zombie when his eyes are black. It's scary, but in some ways it's actually pretty interesting. I feel like it reminds me of like Resident Evil or Nightmare on Elm Street, and I feel they really nail the horror aspect pretty well. In fact, the episode excels more in the tension, since one by one the turtles end up getting possessed, until Mikey is all that's left. It was a really good episode, but also a bit scary. The sense of loneliness, especially when all of it takes place inside the Turtle Lair itself. Well, most of the episode actually, because in the beginning it starts with them trying to hunt down another Kraang base, but for the rest of the episode, it takes place in the Turtle Lair. I feel that for some weird reason, the episode was like a bottle episode. If you guys don't understand what the bottle episode concept is, it's pretty much episodes taking place in one location as a means to save money. So that way they can put more of the budget towards better episodes. And to be fair, I feel that even though it's an animated episode, they nailed it down pretty well. The episode did take place in the Turtle Lair, and what made it surprising is that it was done rather well, and I loved it. Like I said, it was really good, but also a bit scary. The sense of loneliness is real strong, and each turtle going down one by one even adds to the tension, to the point where all that remained was Mikey. Which brings up the highlight of it all, and to me, one of the best moments of the episode. Michelangelo. Mikey really is the star of this episode for a variety of reasons. And one of the big reasons has to do with one of my favorite moments. Make that two. Two favorite moments that I liked. One instance was when he saved his brothers by curing them. Despite overwhelming odds, and even though he suffered like a bite, he was able to cure himself. He was able to withstand everything, and then he cured his brothers. And as if that wasn't enough, he was the only one who had to save his brothers from 3 mutated wasps that came out of the egg. It was pretty surprising. It was surprising, and I swear, this gives me a new level of respect for Mikey. Let's face it, this is the first time in the series, aside from the fact that I did see later on, the later seasons, where Mikey actually ends up saving the day. And it's proven fact. I really enjoyed this episode big time. Sure, there is action aplenty, but the episode truthfully excels in tension. It excelled in tension, and it excelled more in atmosphere, and I liked it big time. I did mention that my favorite moments were pretty simple. Mikey curing his brothers, as well as taking down the parasitic wasps. Yeah, who would have thought that a pair of wasps, bees, would end up being the big bad, especially when they're ingested with mutagen, turning into mutated wasps that would really stir some trouble. I am surprised that Shredder did not make an appearance here, but does it really matter to me that much? No. The episode was really good and I enjoyed it a lot. My rating for it is in the description below, and it makes me wonder why Nickelodeon had to air this episode later. Instead, we got the Pulverizer Returns, which is going to be an episode I am going to have a field day talking about tonight. You'll be seeing that happening. What I am going to say is that if things continue as they are by New Year's Eve, I will be doing a Season 1 finale review. Now, don't get me wrong, this is compared to like most season finales. The season finale review is going to be a big one, because I'm going to be covering both parts. And for anybody wondering, the season finale was in fact a 1-hour special. I'm not kidding. So for that, next week you're only going to get one review. And the week after, on New Year's Eve, you're going to be getting the Season 1 finale review, which is going to be a big one. Well, it will not only provide my thoughts on both episodes, but also the season overall, and how I would compare it to the later seasons. But if you guys want my overall thoughts on the entire series, you're going to have to wait a while. So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it for this episode review. I hope you guys liked it. Later tonight, you're going to be getting my thoughts on episode 23, The Pulverizer Returns. So look forward to that, for better or worse. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit the like button. It really does mean a lot to me. Please show your support because I love doing these reviews, and your comments really do inspire me to keep on going, despite overwhelming odds. And I will see you guys next time. This is Mega Man NJ signing off. Peace out. Boo Yakasha!